I would like to sell these items, please.
Sure, that's a controller and a switch. Let me calculate that for you.
Here you go.
You only gave me $3. I gave you a switch and a controller. Oh, well, sir, we can give you store credit for $4 if you want.
I hate you. This is a story of a digital revolution. I've been investing for a while and I have never have I ever seen anything this crazy before. Hey, here's what happened. A bunch of Reddit users found out that billionaires were shorting GameStop, so they drove up the price to screw them over. This is a graph of GameStop stock. Back around September 2020, somewhere back here, each share was only $5. Today, January 27, 2021, it actually went past this. It went all the way up to $483. $483. I want to put it in perspective. And of course, I made this Excel spreadsheet. One share of GameStop, let's say you got one share at $5 around here, right? It would have profited you $345 if you sold at $350. Let's say you got 10 shares. That would have been a profit of $3,450. 100 shares that cost you $500 if you bought it back here would have profited $34,500. And let's say you got really brave in September. That would have profited you, and that's not even a typo, that's not a calculation mistake, $345,000 from a $5,000 investment. I want to explain to you guys what happened. So when you start trading and you get a little better, you start learning about options. And one of the options that you have as a trader is to bet against the market. And that's called shorting the market. Option traders bet against the stock, so they get to borrow a stock, they pay a small fee, and then they get to return it at a later price. It's very, very risky. I've done it twice and I've gotten burned twice. Never again. So Melvin Capital opened up a short position against GameStop. They were like, that is a crap company, that is going bankrupt. So let's just pretend they bet against it, and the price was currently $20 when they opened that bet. If GameStop goes to $250, so from $20 to $250, they won't profit. And this is how you calculate it. You just take 20, the price, minus $250 when they return it, and that would be a net profit of $17.50 a share. So Melvin would have been so happy. They would have been like, yes, I knew it. I knew they were going bankrupt. But the total exact opposite happened. Let's say GameStop goes up to $480, right? To calculate their loss, you would just take what they borrowed it for, $20 minus $480, and that would be negative $460 per share. That is nuts.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and, you know, I think it's inappropriate.
We live in a society where the rich people control the world. Earlier today, Robinhood, which is a trading platform where you can buy stock, prevented you and the people from buying more GameStop stock. And who did that help? It allowed you to sell, but it didn't allow you to buy. It helped people like Leon Cooperman. And how is that fair? How do the billionaires get to change the rules just like that? What if it was the other way around? Can we change the rules? Can the regular people change the rules? This is a perfect example and a prime example of privilege. It is complete market manipulation, and the people responsible need to be held accountable.
I think that what you're seeing is essentially a pushback against the establishment in a really important way. You have a lot of people, and I would encourage anybody who is dismissive of this thing to go into Wall Street Bets and actually just read the forums. And I think that you're going to see three kinds of posts. The first kind of content are a lot of people doing some incredible fundamental diligence on companies, trying to think about long-term value. And in my opinion, many of them are doing as good and, frankly, a better job than a lot of hedge fund analysts that I work with. That's number one. The second are a lot of people who believe that, you know, coming out of 2008, what happened was Wall Street took an enormous amount of risk and they left retail as the bag holder. And a lot of these kids were in grade school and high school when that happened. They lost their homes, their parents lost their jobs, and they've always wondered, like, why did those folks get bailed out for taking enormous amounts of risk and nobody helped and showed up to help my family?